Right, let's start today's session. So in the last lecture, we were discuss about Python installation procedure, and also we have seen different ways to write Python code and execute, like using interactive mode, using script mode, using Python ideally, and as well as using PyCharm editor. Okay, yes, including Visual Studio Code. So in today's session, I'm going to discuss fundamental concepts in Python. So these are the most important fundamentals. Like first, Python indentation, comments, keywords or reserved words, identifiers, variables, and then multiple assignment concept. So we'll discuss first Python indentation part. Okay. Yeah. So to understand the indentation in Python language, first let me write simple script here. And this script is not going to run in Python language. So it is only for other programming language point of view I'm writing here, this script, okay? So first let's try to declare one variable called I equals to 10. So if I equals to 10, open bracket, close bracket. So here I'm trying to write something like print f or print. Anything. If it is C language or C++, consider this true. Else block I'm using. Okay, else block. Open and close. Here I'm using print F. This is false. Close bracket. Once again, I'm telling you, this script is not going to run in Python because generally Python syntaxes are different and other language syntaxes are different. But I'm just showing this program in other language point of view. Why? Because to understand indentation concept in Python. So consider this program, I value 10. So I'm writing the logic like if I equals to 10, equal to means this is comparison operator or relational operator. And simple single equal to is nothing but it is called assignment operator, right? So this is assigning the value to the variable I and comparing the value here. So in the comparison, I equal to 10 is correct, right? If it is correct, then control jump into which block? If block. In case if it is not correct, control jump into which block? Else block. So to consider a block of code in other languages, we use curly brackets, open curly brackets, close curly brackets. Here also open curly brackets, close curly brackets. So to consider a block of code, we use curly brackets in Python. Sorry, we use curly brackets in other languages, not Python. Okay. So, but in Python, there is no such type of curly brackets to consider a block of code. Then what will be there in Python to consider a block of code means indentation. So indentation generally what? 4 spaces indentation or this 4 space indentation. Okay. So just to understand this indentation, 4 spaces indentation point of view, I just include this code, this script, which is belongs to other language program. But in Python, we don't use open curly brackets, close curly brackets to consider a block of code like if block, else block, right? Yeah. So that's the reason it will not work in other languages. To consider the block of code, curly brackets can be used, but in Python, 4 space indentation levels can be useful, sir. For example, let us consider the program here. Let me open PyCharm editor because our complete lectures will be continued with PyCharm as I said in the last lecture. So when I open PyCharm editor, in the recent times, what project I open, that is going to open directly. So this is Python project 9 p.m. batch it is, this project folder. But I created yesterday one project folder that is Python project 10 p.m., right? Yes. So let's open the project folder. How to open? PyCharm editor file menu, open, go to the location where you have saved. So I saved my project in C drive, users, computer name, PyCharm projects. There will be a Python project 10 p.m. project folder. I'm selecting this and opening it. So if we say this window, if we say this window, it will open on in place of Python project 9 p.m. it will be open 10 p.m. Or if we say new window, it will create completely extremely new window. Attach means in the below 9 p.m. below 10 p.m. will be attached. So I'm just going to use this window. So in the last lecture, we have discussed two simple programs like test.py, test1.py like this, right? So this is PyCharm editor yesterday what we discussed. But in this editor, I'm writing some logic, same logic like Python logic only, like whatever I have written simply if condition. So auto indentation levels will be there in Python. Yes, the advantage of PyCharm editor is what? Auto indentation levels. So that's why I strongly recommend to use a proper editors like PyCharm, Visual Studio Code. Like if you write code in Notepad, there don't be any auto indentation levels. If you don't follow the indentations, then it will give error. Okay. Yeah. So let's see auto indentation level, how it works. Suppose this is Python script. I value 10. If I equals to 10, then the moment when I press enter button, you can see cursor is blinking after leaving 4 space indentation. Print true, I'm saying true. The condition is true. Else block, print false, I'm saying like this. Is it clear? Yeah. So look at this. Automatically the indentation levels are leaving 4 space indentation levels. So this is exactly indentation spaces. Then it will be considered a block of code. So whenever I run this, I value 10, 10 equal to correct, control jump into which block, if block, true is the result. If I say I value 100, 100 equal to 10, not correct, not correct means control jump into else block. That is false only. So this is indentation in Python. Generally, other language programmers, they use open curly bracket, close curly brackets to consider the indentation levels, okay, or to consider the block of code. But in Python, we use 4 space indentation levels to consider the block of code. 4 space is compulsory, sir? No, at least 1 space is required. You can see at least 1 space I'm given. Here also 1 space. 1 space is enough. But by default, PyCharm will take 4 space indentation levels in the settings. Look at this in the PyCharm editor, you are observing on the bottom corner, 4 spaces are there here. Look at this 4 space indentation level. Okay. So by default, it will take 4 space indentation levels. So to consider the block indentation levels 4 space in Python. Block means if block, else block, for loop block, while loop block, like to consider the block of code, we use indentation. Other programming language people, they use curly brackets only, sir. Okay. So this is about Python indentation concept here. Next, I'm talking about another fundamental concept that is called comments. See, sir, comments are very common in any language like C language, C++, HTML, JavaScript, CSS, Java, any language comments are useful. Generally, why do we need to use comments? There are two situations. One is if you want to avoid some lines of code from the program execution, those lines you can include into comment section. Once you include the lines in comment section, Python interpreter will exclude some lines from the execution. Yes. So whatever the lines you have commented, Python will exclude that lines from the execution. It will not include. Do you want to really avoid some lines of code from the execution? Put them into comment. Next, another reason is suppose you are writing some logic. Okay, while writing the logic, if you write comment section like in description mode, so whenever you look back your code after few days, by reading your comments, then you can analyze and understand the code easily, sir. So that is the purpose of comments exactly. So comments are nothing but not only avoid the program from the execution, and it also just include some descriptive statements for better understanding the logic in future when we look at your code only. So for that purpose, we use comments. Okay. So comments, most of the cases, if you have 100 lines of code for suppose, all of a sudden you change that, you take the decision like 50 to 80 lines, I don't want to execute, means you can put that lines into comments. Don't delete if you don't really require to execute, because if you delete again, you have to rewrite when it is required, right? So that is maintenance overhead again. So that's the reason comments are better. But how to use comments, how to take comments in Python means always comment starts with hash symbol. Yes, this is hash symbol. Comments always in Python starts with hash sign only. Let's go here. And for example, I'm writing two more lines of code here, print hello, and then print welcome like this. Right now, when I execute this test.py, total number of lines all will be executed or not? Yes. With this lines of code, I got the result false. I 100 equal to equal 10 not correct. It will go to else block false. With this result, hello, welcome is going to display in the output window, right? Both are going to be get or not? Yes. But suppose I don't want to execute these two lines. So that I'm keeping these lines into comments just by adding hash sign before starting line. So when I run this, these two lines will ignore or exclude from the execution, sir. Again, do you want to include just uncomment by removing what hash symbol? So that will be in the part of execution include only. But one or two lines, if we want to give comments, we can manage easily by including hash sign. But if you want to exclude or avoid some lines, multiple lines from the execution, how we can put multiple lines into comments means simple. Select all the lines. How many lines do you want to comment? There is a shortcut key to provide the comments for multiple lines. The shortcut is control plus forward slash. The moment when I use control plus forward slash, automatically what will happen? You can see it's commented here. So that line will not be executed. So only hello, welcome. Do you want to put this comment also? Like select it, control forward slash. Total lines are commented. No output. So select all the lines or else control A means select all. Control forward slash means uncomment all. Now you can see uncommented result is producing. Again control forward slash comment. So it will not be produce result here. So comment, uncomment will be easy in Python. So we can put the comment section to avoid some lines of code from the execution, or you can exclude the lines from the execution. Okay. Yes. This is comment section shortcut key for the comments only. So next I'm talking about keywords or reserved words. Yes. Very important, sir. In any language, not only Python I'm speaking. Okay. In any language, keywords are important. This also called as reserved words. Why we are calling it as reserved words, the words which are going to be reserved for some particular task, that words you must use for the same task only. Yes, some words will be reserved for some particular kind of tasks. And as a programmer, you have to use those words for the same task only. Okay. For example, here, if is a keyword. Already I have used if keyword. I'll bring the keywords also completely. Just a moment. So this if keyword I'm using for what? Conditional check. Yes. Else is a keyword. Why I'm using? If this condition false, I want to just show the output in the else block only. Else keyword I'm using. So in Python, there are a lot of keywords are there. Every keyword is reserved for some particular task. So the keyword for which task it is reserved, same task purpose you have to use. So let's see a simple program to bring the keywords. Simple two lines of program is there, sir. So first you can import keyword, that is importing library, and print keyword dot like KW list only. Here keyword is a library name. like keyword dot kw list is the class name. Kw list is the class actually here, class. So let me run this and you will see number of keywords which are present in the Python. So here when we refresh test.py is executing, sir, but our program is in test1.py. So do you want to run this test1? Simply right click on test1 and run test1. You will be able to see all the keywords in Python terminal window, output terminal. So these are all keywords in Python. It's a list format only. Okay. But make sure that first keyword false, F letter capital, next N, none, N letter capital, true, T letter capital. Because Python is a case sensitive programming language, sir. Case sensitive means you have to take care the lowercase, uppercase properly. So false capital, F capital, none, N capital, true, T capital. Remaining all the keywords are lowercase characters. Okay. So here observe here in this program already I have used one of the keyword called import. Look at this. Import is one of the keyword or not? Yes. This import keyword is reserved for what purpose? To import the libraries. That's what I'm using import keyword simply here. So if I try to use if equals to 100 and here I'm trying to print if only. Tell me, sir, if is a keyword. Generally this if keyword is for what purpose? Conditional check purpose, right? But I am using what purpose here? Just as a variable only. So you cannot use, look this syntax error, invalid syntax if 100, if equal to 100. So I'm saying that every keyword is having its own task. The every keyword or reserved word is reserved for particular task. For example, here if is a keyword, it is reserved for what purpose? Conditional check purpose. But you are using how it is as a variable. That's not possible. So for example, if I use I double F, yes, it's a possible, sir, because there is no keyword name called I double F. Okay, I double F is a just name, variable name. Now you can see 100. I double F equals to 100. Print I double F like this only. Is it clear? Yes. So there is no keyword name called I double F. It works well. But if is a keyword, you can't use keyword as variable. No keywords can be used as variable or any other purpose because every keyword is having its own task. When the moment we use keywords in our program, the keyword will convey a special meaning or special message to the interpreter to do a particular task. Okay. So this is about keywords and its usage. How to bring keywords? Simply, you can write import keyword library name, print keyword.kwlist library name.kwlist is clearly here. Okay, yes. Next, I'm talking about identifiers. See, sir, in Python language, identifier is nothing but it's a name. It's a name. What name? Any name. It can be a variable name. It can be a class name. It can be a function name or any name in Python is called identifier. But suppose how I can identify you by your name, right? So similarly, in Python, every name is called as identifier, but there are some rules to define the identifiers. Rules to define the identifiers. What rules are there? One by one, we'll discuss in detail, sir. So rule number 1, I'll tell you what are the rules are there. Total 8 rules are there. You must follow the rules while giving the names in Python especially. Rule number 1 says identifier can be a lowercase or uppercase. Yes, we can use any cases. But make sure that identifiers are case sensitive. Means how the way you give the identifier names like lowercase or uppercase, same cases you have to use it, sir. No other case. So first let's cover these rules, 2 rules, lowercase or uppercase, it's possible. But cases are very particular. If you declare any name in lowercase, you have to access with lowercase only. If you declare any name with uppercase, you have to access with uppercase only. Okay, fine. So let's talk about this identifier. For example, empid is my variable name, equals to 789 is the value. How I am using this EMP how I am declaring this EMP ID lowercase, how I am accessing lowercase only. It works well. But the moment when I try to access this EMP ID capital letter, is it possible, sir? You declare the variable as lowercase, but you are attempting to access with uppercase, right? So not possible. Look this, no name error here. Can I declare the capital letter EMP ID? Yes, possible. With the same. So you define the variable with capital letter and you are trying to access with capital letter, it works well. So that's what I'm saying. Identifiers are case sensitive. Lowercase means lowercase, uppercase means uppercase. But listen carefully. I don't recommend to use any names like variable name, class name, function name, all in capital letters. Why, sir? It works. It is working, no? Right? Yes, it is working. But why I'm not recommending you to declare any variable or class name or function name all in capital letter means, in general, in Python language, when we declare any name in all capital letters, that indicates that it is a constant. Normally, in other language programmers like Java, .NET programmers, they can declare constant variables by using constant keyword. But we don't have any constant keyword in Python to make this variable and values are constant. But in Python, how I can represent my variable as constant means if I declare all the characters or capital letter, this is called constant only. Constant meaning is what you know, the value cannot be changed once I declare as a constant. But in Python language, there is no constants. Yes, Python do not have any constant, do not support constant. But just for conveying purpose, suppose I am the programmer, how I can say to other Python developers that my value is fixed better not to change means I can declare my variable is capital letter. So if they know about Python rules and regulations, and they'll understand that by looking the declaration of variable in capital letters, they can understand that this value is constant, better not to change. So that is just for conveying matter. So unnecessarily don't give the variable name or any names in capital letters, sir. Okay. If really do you want to expose or claim your variable and value is constant, go for capital letters clearly. Otherwise, go for lowercase characters simply. Okay. So this is rule number 2. And rule number 3 says identifier, it allows the digits, or identifier allows the digits. While giving the names, digits are possible. But rule number 4 says at the same time, identifier should not be two or more parts. Yes, identifier should not be two or more parts. More than one part, more than two parts. If we give, better to give underscore. Sorry, it's my mistake. Identifier allows the digit, but identifier should not starts with the digit. Should not starts with digits. Yes, the name can have the digit, sir, but it should not start with a digit. Okay. For example, you can see EMP1 ID 7 valid. EMP1 ID 7 is the valid, right? Yes, it is valid. Look this. Identifier or name can have the digit, but it should not start with a digit means like 3 and 3 like this. It's not possible. Look at this invalid decimal letter like this only. So the names in Python language should not start with a digit. Okay, a name contain digits like 0 to 9 anywhere, but it should not start with a digit. Here I'm going to start with a digit, it's not possible. So if we remove the digit starting, it's okay, no problem. So this is the rule number of 3 and 4. And rule number 5 says identifier allows the underscore. Means only the special character which will allow. This is underscore only. Remaining special characters like as symbol, asterisk, no. But the two identifier why it allow underscore means identifier should not be two or more parts. Yes, more than two parts we cannot like this. Two or more parts. In case the name, do you want to give more than two parts, better to combine with underscore sign. For example, EMP space ID I'm giving. Here EMP space ID I'm giving. Here two parts are there in the name. EMP one word, ID is one word. It's not valid. Okay, invalid syntax. So do you want to give the name more than two parts or one part like this? Better to use underscore sign to combine that words like this. So this is exactly valid only. Next, rule number 7. If any, if an identifier, if an identifier means name starts with digit, if an identifier starts with digit, then it is private. Yes, sir. Normally in other language people like Java, .NET, private int ID. Okay, they'll declare private variables like this. Or else public int ID like this. Public int ID. So if they want to declare the variables and any names public, private, they can use public, private access specifiers. But in Python, such type of private, public access specifiers are not there. Symbolically, we can decide the variables or methods are private or public. That's what I'm saying, that if an identifier starts with a digit, if an identifier starts with underscore underscore, that is double underscore, it's my mistake. If an identifier starts with underscore, then it is private. Suppose, look at, sir, this is my variable X variable, value is 789. This is public variable. By default in Python language, all the variables and the methods or functions are public only. Because generally variables, how we can give direct names like X or A or something. But if my variable starts with a double underscore, this is called private variable. Yes. So like this, symbolically, we can define the variables or methods are public or private in Python. But this is not right situation to talk about public variable, public methods. Later in object-oriented programming, we'll discuss in detail what is private, what is public clearly. And the last rule number 8 is no keyword, no keyword or reserved word can be used as identifier. Can be used as identifier. Not possible, sir. Already explained in the keywords time, right? No keywords can be used as identifier. No keywords are reserved word. So every keyword is having its own purpose. For suppose in Python, another keyword is there, def. Generally, this keyword is for what purpose, sir? To define a function. But how I am using this as a variable? Is this possible to use this def keyword as variable? No. Okay, because it is a keyword to define the function. How we can use other purpose like declaring the variable? No, not possible. So this is about complete rules and regulations about identifying the names in Python, like variable name, function name, or any name. Okay, yeah. Next, I'm talking about variables. Can I say variable is also called as identifier? Yes. Variable is also called as identifier because it is the name, sir. Variable name, class name, any name is called identifier. Variable is also called as identifier. Okay. Yes. But variable is having separate definitions, sir. Variable is a named memory location. Named memory location of the value. In Python, every value has its variable. Every value has its variable. In Python, while declare a variable, we need not to specify, we need not to specify, we need not to specify the data type. You know the reason is why, because Python is Python is a dynamically typed programming language, right? dynamically typed programming language. So variable is also called as identifier. It's one name. Variable is a named memory location of the value. In Python, every value has its own variable. In Python, while declare a variable, we need not to specify the data type because Python is a dynamically typed programming language, I said. So let us consider this is variable name A equals to 100. I'm asking you this value 100, where it is going to store in A, but Python should assign some memory for A or not? Yes. Python should assign some memory for the A variable just because to hold this value to the A only. That's what I'm saying. A is or variable is a named memory location of the value. In which memory 100 value will store in the sense A memory only. Do you want to get memory address of the A means there is a built-in function called ID function, sir. So this is ID. ID is a built-in function. It is used to get memory address of the variable A only. So in which memory is going to store? This is the memory address number like identity number it is. In this memory, value 100 is going to store with the name A. Do you want to collect 100 value from this memory? You have to use what name? A name only. But in Python, while declaring the variable, no need to specify any data type like int A, something like this, because it's a dynamically typed language, I said. Okay. Yes. So this is about variable. Every variable, every value has its own name, that is variable name. So variables are named memory location of the value only. Then last fundamental concept which I would like to explain, multiple assignments. So it's very simple. Multiple assignment is the process of assigning a single value to multiple variables. Single value to multiple variables. And also it is the process of assigning multiple values to multiple variables. Yes, multiple values to multiple variables like this. So multiple assignment is the process of assigning a single value to multiple variables as well as multiple values to multiple variables. Let's talk about single value to multiple variables, how we can assign. Suppose here I'm trying to say A equals to B equals to C equals to 10. Why I'm doing this expression at single attempt means instead of writing 3 lines like A10, B10, C10 like this. Look at sir. Here I'm trying to say A10, B10, C10 like this. But instead of three values or 3 lines and 3 variables, I can go for first approach, right? Directly. So I'm assigning one value to multiple variables at once. So this is multiple assignment instead of writing 3 lines. Single value at once I am assigning for A and B and C. Print A, print B, print C like this. We are printing them. But notice this, just because of I am printing A, B, C in the 3 lines, so I am getting the output in line by line. Can't we bring this output values in the same line? Yes, why not? So instead of print A, print B, print C, separate lines, you can go for A comma B comma C. It works well. But notice this, whenever the moment I give A, B, C here, the default separated value to value means space separator is there. So separator between these values, what space? But if you want to give the separator like space separator, not separate separator like comma separator, then we can use separator attribute in Python. SEP is there, separator attribute. This separator attribute through, we can separate the value based upon the symbol which you want. I'm just using comma separator, or else I can use hyphen separator. Each value can be separated with hyphen, and colon separator. Each value can be separated with colon like this only. So separator is an attribute here. To separate the value with what symbol, you can use this one. So this is assigning a single value to multiple variables at once. Okay, let me comment this. There is one more statement which I have passed. Multiple assignment is also the process of assigning what? Multiple values to multiple variables. Yes. Let's see this. Multiple values to multiple variables means A, B, C, three variables, 10, 20, 30, three values. So equal length of values you have to provide, sir. So you are taking three variables here, and make sure that right hand side also you must take three variables only, 10, 20, 30, not more or less. And I'm printing A and I'm printing B, like line by line, printing B, just a moment, print B, then print what? C, like this only. We are printing A, B, C, it's working fine, 10, 20, 30. But if you want to display these values in the same line, better to go for A comma B comma C. But my requirement is what, without writing ABC, still I want to give ABC same number, same lines, line by line. But still I want to bring this into same line, sir. I mean to say, if I say that ABC, it's okay. Same line, it is produce the output like this. It will produce the output same line only. But my requirement is what? Still I need to go for print A in one line, print B is another line, print C another line, other line. So if I do like this, the output will be line by line, 10, 20, 30. But still, can I bring this output into same line? Yes, possible. How it is? End attribute is there in Python. End attribute. If I go with end with the same space, then this value A after 10, the next B variable value will be produced in the same line only, like 20, 30, like this. Along with end attribute, we can give separator symbol also like this. Okay, so this is exactly how we are managing the code here. So end is the attribute, separator is the attribute, like this. Okay, but you can see in this first approach, even I am giving separator, okay, separator with comma, same line. With one print statement, can I go to next line? Yes, if you want to go to next line, /n we can use. So now you can see /n, separator, default separator is /n only. /n means next line only it's coming. One print statement, go to that multiple lines, line by line, /n only. Or else if I give comma, same line with comma producing. Okay, is it clear? Yeah. But multiple three statements are there. We are bringing output into the same line by line, right? Look this. Line by line, A, B, C, line by line. But still, even though you are using multiple number of print functions, still do you want to bring the output into the same line and with some comma or any separator which you want to use, you can use it. Both are possible like this. It's working fine. Though I am using three print function, but still I am bringing output into same line only, right? 10 comma 20 comma 30 like this. So these are all about most important fundamental concept you cannot ignore. You must and should aware of it. Multiple assignment, variables, rules and regulations of identifiers, keywords or reserved words, comments, and Python indentation moreover. So this is about complete demo lectures. What I would like to discuss, I completed. So I said you have 4 demo lectures only. Then tomorrow onwards, you really wish to continue my lectures with the full stack or only Python with the AI integration. All the AI tools will be covered. And you can try to enroll for this course for sure from tomorrow session. So because tomorrow onwards, this link will not work. So before session, you must enroll for this course. Then only you will receive a short link from my side. Then you can able to join without fail, sir. So that's all from my side today. If you have any question, you can feel free to ask me, sir. But make sure that, yeah, proceed.
Sir, Prabhat here. Sir, actually regarding the timing, from the day one, I was saying that. So today I talked with them. They told it will be 9 o'clock. I mean
Yeah.
9 p.m. So
Obviously,
9 p.m.
tell.
Yeah, but I requested, right, 9 p.m. is not possible for me. So at least 9:30 would be, it will work.
Yeah.
So
Because actually, 9 o'clock one batch is going. That is in recently started. So this is add-on batch for it. So 10 p.m. So usually I said in the demo lecture, only couple of days it will go for 10 p.m. to 11 p.m. and remaining 9 p.m. it will be launch finally. But one thing is possible. I'll request for 9 p.m. students if they'll ready to come at 9:30, then it will be okay for me. Altogether 9:30 we will make it as. But actually this is 9 o'clock only it will be shift, not 10 p.m. But at least for neutral time I'll prepare because 10 p.m. if I ask 9:30 they'll come and 9 o'clock students if I ask them to 9:30 it will be okay.
yeah,
We'll plan accordingly, sir.
okay. Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Hi, sir, Manish here.
Yeah, proceed.
Uh, Sir, actually, I miss your demo lecture, previous demo lecture. Can I get the link?
Sure, why not? So our team will send the demo link from the day one. Last of 3 days completed. This is the fourth day. So
Okay.
uh, our team will send the demo link along with course content. So you can click on that link and you will watch the day one video. Anyway, if you enroll the course by tomorrow before class, you will get all the videos from my side only. No problem at all with the material clearly. But anyway, you can watch the demo video. Even if you can go through YouTube channel of DurgaSoft and there is a playlist. In that playlist, you might get the demo lecture. I'll assist you just a moment. Just simply visit YouTube and in the YouTube search, simply type DurgaSoft. In the YouTube search, type DurgaSoft. And in that DurgaSoft, now you can see this is the Durga software solution. And now you can see there is a playlist option is there. Playlist. In this playlist, you will find my 10 p.m. demo lectures. Below, you can see Python with AI Core and Advanced 3 video by Mr. Mohan Reddy at 10 p.m. 3 video demo lectures are there. And even today lecture also they'll post it here, 4 only. For every new batch, 4 videos will be they'll upload and remaining rest of the videos daily from our end, I'll upload to your Google Drive in your mail. Okay, this we can proceed this.
Okay, so lecture timing is at 10 p.m., right?
10 p.m. it is only, but later it will shift 9:30, not 10 continuously. After few days only.
Okay, but the recorder session I will get, right?
Yeah, obviously. I will get every day. Once I share the folder, in that folder I'll keep on add daily video lectures. That is lifetime
Okay,
access.
okay. Thank you, sir.
So that's all from my side today. So do you wish to continue my lectures from tomorrow onwards? You must enroll for this course. Only enrolled students get the link. You can feel free to join that link only. Have a nice time.
Thank you, sir.